Hello, my lovelies. I know, back so soon. I have a quick announcement for all of my friends in New York City, Brooklyn, Jersey, the tri-state area. I want to come see you guys on Memorial Day weekend. But first, I want to know that everyone is down with that, or at least 80% of you are down with that. So if you look in the description box, there's a link to the community tab, or you could just scoot right over there, and there is a chance for you to vote. So cast your vote, please, on how you feel about me hosting an event on May 27th, which would be the Sunday of Memorial Day weekend. I would also be around for private readings on that Saturday, potentially that Sunday night as well, and on Monday, okay? I'm shooting to host a brunch. So it would be Life as Ritual Tour plus brunch. Because I live close enough to New York City, it gives me a lot more options. But first I need to know how many people are interested so I can find the perfect venue for us, okay? So please, please, please let me know about that because I really want to come kick it with you guys and I really want to feed you, okay? As some of you that follow me on Instagram know, I am a chef. I just don't cook professionally anymore, and I'm trying to bring more food to y'all. So there's no better ritual, in my opinion, and way to connect with people than breaking bread. So yeah, vote on that. Let me know. If not, we will pick another date, potentially into June, but it'd be hot in June. And to my friends in Baltimore in the DMV area, I am currently looking for venues as well. So if you know of a venue that could fit 15 to 40 people, please email me with links or drop them in the description because I want to come kick it. I told y'all I want to roll through, and here we are. So as always, if you need to connect with me on a more regular basis, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram @_spiritualsiren. And everything else you may need would be on my website, which is down below, thespiritualsiren.com. Peace. Hi, Capricorn. Just wanted to remind you that if you make a donation this month of $1 or more until Valentine's Day, I will pull a card from that deck for you. Because it's eclipse season, we're going to ask Spirit what the eclipse is removing from our love life, what it is bringing in, and then the dominant energy that will be present as we step into March. So, Capricorn, what is the energy? Ooh. The energy that is leaving is new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Interesting. All right. What energy is coming in? Jeez. Retreat. And what is the dominant energy? Unrequited love. That was also what Taurus received in the dominant energy going into March. Spirit, further clarify new love as the energy that the eclipse is removing. We have the moon in the Two of Wands. Further clarify retreat. We have the Nine of Wands. That came up a lot in Virgo's reading with the Four of Pentacles. And Spirit, further clarify unrequited love. We have the Nine of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. Okay, Capricorn. So, for those of you in a relationship that obviously, you know, things weren't all sunshine and rainbows, I think that you may have thought you were going to have to go find new love, and then it turns out not to be the case. And you, like, you know, retreat with your partner and try to figure things out. But I think, you know, obviously this is not for people that are in healthy, amazing relationships. There is an overtone here of, to some extent, Capricorn, I think you feel like you're stuck being single. And then on another regard, there's this, like, people come and they go and they come and they go. And even if it's different people, not the same people, it's just like nothing stays the same for very long. So even if you are single, Capricorn, I don't think that you choose the single life. I think the single life chooses you, or at least that's how you feel. But I don't know. Overall, with this new love energy being eclipsed away, new love, a new person has stirred romantic feelings. The moon with the Two of Wands, you know, in your general reading, I talked about how you need to just build on your own this month, that everything that you're involved in, you just need to do it for you, solely for you. Now, if you're in a relationship, you may have thought too that you could have like re-sparked the love, and you realize that it's just things have changed. I feel like the vibe has shifted. Now with the Moon and the Two of Wands, if there was someone that you thought you were connecting with, this is not someone that you've been dating for a long time. This is like 3 months or less. You know, someone that you haven't established a true like label with. I think that, you know, to an extent, they were spinning lies. Maybe not like flat out lies where they were trying to deceive you or hurt you. However, with the Moon here, there's an illusion. The new love that you thought was formulating, there was some type of fantasy and some type of projection being played out. With the Two of Wands here, it's important that you see the full picture, okay? Even when things seem like really amazing or perfect or are the dream that we've always been wanting, it's important that we really step back and look at everything for what it truly is, okay? So remember, the Two of Wands is after the Ace of Wands. So after that sexual, passionate, creative connection that really like stirs you in your heart, you need to then look at the bigger picture, because long-term relationships are set up on more than just sexual energy, more than just passion. I believe I told that to Sagittarius as well. They had totally different cards, but that was a message there. Now, with the Moon here, Biggie's song, It Was All a Dream, like that line, It Was All a Dream, just played in my head. Like, I think someone might have come and go just as quick as they arrived, like just in and out. I think you may have been dreaming about what new love would be like for you. And overall, I'm feeling like a humbling. Not like a devastating humbling. You're just realizing that you can't afford to be projecting love potentials on people, because it's not beneficial for you. And we talked about this in your general February reading. Again, if you're in some type of relationship, I think that you guys will try to reconnect and try to reignite the flame, but I'm not sure that will be particularly successful, because one of you is just not on the same page with the other one. Let's get some more clarity on this Moon card, though. Okay, we'll take all 3 of those. Thanks, Spirit. 4, actually. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Tower. Justice, Ace of Pentacles, 5 of Swords, and Strength. So yeah, particularly if you had a sexual connection with somebody, maybe even a Libra, or you have Libra energy, this is definitely more so the case. It's like, and then boom, 5 of Swords. You know, you realize that it's not at all. It's just, there's a lack of communication. There's a disconnection in communication. Or you realize it's just a lose-lose situation. Like, they have nothing to offer you. They're not who they originally presented themselves to be. Or again, you weren't seeing the whole picture because you were kind of lost in the passionate connection. And you missed the red flags, or you missed the signals. With Justice here as well, know that anyone that you lose or that gets taken out of your life is because it doesn't align with your highest good. So with the Strength card here, make sure you're not fighting it. Like, don't waste any energy fighting to keep people around, because people that need to be in your life and deserve to be in your life will be present. Will be present, okay? Eclipses are like that, okay? They're karmic rectifications with Justice here. It's, you know, the Justice card in this deck shows like the Grim Reaper. So anything that dies or gets severed, know that it's not a missed opportunity with the Ace of Pentacles and the 5 of Swords. The 2 of you were on a different page. This is also saying that you're removing love connections where the 2 of you don't communicate honestly or don't communicate in a smooth, like, harmonious manner. where things are always a struggle and a battle here with strength. Okay? So ultimately, I see this as extremely positive. Like, Spirit is removing delusional, fantasy only love connections from your life. Okay? So I know losing people or things can be painful, but know that at the end of it, when the dust settles, it will all make sense. What it's bringing in, retreat. It's time to disconnect from the worlds. 9 of Wands with the 4 of Pentacles. So the 9 of Wands in this case for me is really you pruning. Okay? It's time to prune your life. It's time to cut back old scenarios and old tendencies to be defensive about people that retreat from you or about you retreating from other people. It's like, if you have previously had a tendency to not want to withdraw from people because you're sick of people always leaving you and things like that, there's a realization that, again, we can't function on old ego mentalities, and sometimes we need to disconnect from people in the world to understand what we're really working with and what we're really trying to create. Because the 4 of Pentacles here, yes, there's a desire for stable relationships. However, you need to ask yourself what you're really committed to as well. The woman in the retreat card was wearing a wedding dress, and the woman in the 4 of Pentacles is wearing a wedding dress. So really pick and choose your battles this month in romantic relationships, Capricorn. Don't be defensive. It's time to take back your defenses, and again, retreat from any energy that just makes you come out of pocket, makes you, oh my God, that was so extra. These cards just backflipped. Did y'all see them? So please do not put on a show for anybody. Do not put on a show for anybody. Don't let anybody make you come out of character, okay? You have to be solid for you. And I feel the way that you're going to do that this month is by retreating. Yeah, we have the Magician here, and we have the King of Cups. Some of you may be withdrawing from a King of Cups, from a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. With the Magician here, the reason for retreating, for disconnecting from the noise of the world, I'm feeling, is because, one, you've been in this defensive mode. Like, you've been having to, like, defend the ground that you stand on, defend your stability. And you just need to reclaim your personal power. Virgo had the Magician in this position as well. With the King of Cups here, it's time to go back to being stable in how you feel. You don't need to prove how you feel. You just know it. And then when you know it, you stand firm in your own boundaries. Yeah, Queen of Swords. So when you know how you feel, you can also communicate how you feel. And you're very clear-headed on what you want and what you're also not willing to settle for. So there's no need to, like, again, prove to people why something is good for you, why something is not good for you, what you care about, what you don't care about. I really feel like save your breath this month, Capricorn. Yeah, especially as it relates to old lovers, six of Cups, or people that remind you of old lovers. Now, there needs to be some discernment here, because with the 6 of Cups, sometimes we're just triggered. Sometimes people are just triggering an old wound. So we have the Gemini energy on the bottom of the deck. Potentially someone is triggering a Gemini ex. But also, you're being called to retreat from relationships and redefine your own personal strength, because you're moving beyond these childhood old soulmate programmings. Not that you're not going to connect with a soulmate anymore, but soulmates come in all different types. Okay? And you're being asked to make a choice on if you want to keep functioning at a, again, less expansive, more sexually based relationship, or if you want to ascend something that is a lot more divine. Okay? With unrequited love, there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. As the energy you're walking into in March, we have the 9 of Pentacles with the 8 of Swords. A lot of you, with the 9 of Pentacles, this is someone that knows their worth and is okay with being single. I say that some of you aren't because the 8 of Swords is here, kind of functioning as a victim mentality. So some of you may be feeling trapped in your singledom because the person that you care about and love is not returning that love and chemistry. But know that this is what I told Taurus. you could know in your heart of hearts that you had an honest, pure, amazing connection with somebody. But if they don't want to recognize it, you can't do anything about it. And all you're going to do is give yourself a headache trying to figure out where you went wrong or how you're not worthy of the connection or whatever. But just know that being single is never a death sentence. You know what I mean? It's never a prison sentence, because the Nine of Pentacles says, look how amazing you are all on your own. You don't need anyone else to define that. And you damn sure don't need to pour any love into something that is unrequited, because you are so much better than that. Yeah, and again, we have this King of Cups here. So if you had a deep, loving connection with someone that was a water sign, or someone that just you felt understood you on an intellectual and a soul level, with the Four of Cups here, know that if they don't want to accept your offer, that has nothing to do with your value or how amazing you are. Or again, it doesn't mean that you misread the connection. Then we have the Tower. Again, we have the Tower. We had it for another shuffle, I believe. You're learning how to tap into your emotional truth all on your own. And again, other people's behavior towards you has nothing to do with you. The extent that it has to do with you is merely whether or not you're going to tolerate it, right? People's reactions to you, right? Whether it be unrequited love or arguments, or, you know, even if they make you feel like you're unworthy of love. If they make you feel like that, it's because, one, in some way or another, you're denying yourself of that love. And two, it's because they don't feel worthy of love. Okay, so you also may be very empathetic and like permeable this month, where you're really feeling other people's emotions and you're kind of getting confused on whether or not, you know, again, like what you're feeling is yours or if it's somebody else's. So know that you don't have to prove yourself to anyone, Capricorn. You are innately worthy of love, and the best relationship to focus on is self. So know that you are not trapped in singledom. If that's what life has handed you right now, then that's the perfect place to be. I intend to co-create from my place of positive attraction. The individual creators who are coming together must be in a place of positive attraction before they come together, or nothing positive can come out of the co-creation. If you are negatively focused and not feeling good, you can only attract others who are in the same state of negative attraction. That is why looking for a mate from a place of insecurity or lack of anything can never bring you the mate you really want, but instead brings you one who amplifies your current lack. I don't have nothing else to say to that. Abraham Hicks just killed it. They just killed it. Capricorn, I love y'all. It's been real. Talk to you soon. Peace.